Welcome to Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it the best place to live. So excited today to have Victoria Bradley with me from Ramona Family Naturals. I know I wanted to have you for a while, and I'm a big fan because I do love your store.
Well, I see you in there a lot.
I'm in there a
So thank
lot,
you.
and my husband, everybody else I know, you're pretty much famous.
Oh, well, it's not hard in a small town.
It's true, and I know you have a super exciting event coming up.
We do. We have a music festival in Ramona coming November 9th, and we're really excited to be one of the venues hosting. So we have 5 bands that'll be playing on our patio, and that's a Saturday from noon to 5. And then from 5 to 10, the headliners will be playing at the main stage. But it'll be several venues across Ramona, and tickets are available on our website.
Oh, I love it on your website.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so we have a whole section for events because we like events. I think everybody likes an event in Ramona.
Especially this one, for you were telling me about it. I'm so excited about it because it reminds me of Nashville,
Oh, yeah,
sort of the way it's spread out over a few venues
right,
and then into the evening.
right. And we're hoping each year that it will grow. So I think, so it's going to be Palma Winery, Ramona Family Naturals, Smoking Cannon, and Main Stage Theater.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Ramona Radio
Oh, yeah.
is doing it. And
Well, Ramona Radio they're not involved in that event, but they are amazing and have they really help promote the local artists in Ramona. So they're awesome. I sponsor, well, Ramona Family Naturals sponsors a show on Ramona Radio, the Travis Billy Ross Outlaw Country Radio.
and that's the event too,
No,
right?
that's
Oh, it's
that's
not.
different.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
I
just
gotcha.
that's a radio show, and
Okay.
then this is just it's a separate, like, an Americana music festival.
That's great. I
Yeah.
am super excited and will definitely be there. And I know you're no stranger to music. You have music there all the time.
Yeah, music is my therapy, and health is really important to me, and I realize that mental health is just as important as your physical health, and they really kind of, they both play on each other. And so we noticed after COVID, we weren't allowed to have music on the patio for a while, and as soon as we were allowed to have dining back on the patio, we had music, and people were so grateful, and we just saw a huge, just a change in people's attitudes. They're like, "Oh my God, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this." And so, yeah, our Thursday nights are packed. Dirty Confetti is like our house band. They play all the time. We also do brunch on Sundays. So we have music 11 to 1. It's always weather permitting because we're outside. But, we live in San Diego. We have such beautiful weather most of the time. So we do brunch on the patio, and that changes. We have different artists. I'm bringing people up from San Diego. We're trying to change it up a lot. And then we have, of course, brunch. So I think it's the only place in Ramona right now that has music and food, and it's family friendly, on a Sunday.
I
So
love that.
that's kind of cool.
And
Yeah.
I have to say, your food's amazing. Your
Thank you.
breakfasts, your everything, your
Thank you.
lunches.
Thank you.
And the one thing that's great, it's so healthy.
Right. So we have a full kitchen, and we use almost all organic ingredients. We try to bring as much local ingredients as possible, local eggs, things like that. So we just want people to know that when they order from us, or when they buy food from us, that they can trust that it's going to be good for them.
Yeah, it's so good. Everything I've gotten from there, the fresh vegetables, fruit, everything in there, the
Thank you.
breads. And I love that so much of it's local.
Right. So we have a local mushroom farmer. We have Bob the mushroom farmer. We have local lavender that we get, and flowers that we sell, dragon fruit, and just as much as we can find. I think it's really important that communities have local farmers and support their local farmers, ranchers, all of that.
And we have so many in Ramona. It's such a great area for that.
Yeah.
And I believe if it's fresh off a tree or how fresh it is, it's got to be way better for you.
Well, 100%. I mean, right now we're having some issues. I don't know if you heard with some of the ports. Well, they've got bananas sitting out in ships out in harbors, and if we can have more, we might not be growing bananas, but if all the local communities can have more produce that they're growing locally to sustain themselves, we wouldn't be so dependent on all of that. I think that's important.
Oh, so important. I love that.
Yeah.
And then also your background with you're so knowledgeable, nutrition, and you
Well,
bring that to
I
Ramona.
did finally go to school at the Nutritional Therapy Association and became a functional nutritional therapist. So it's nice to be able to. It's always been a passion of mine. I started reading up on nutrition back in the it was probably 20 years ago, reading about gut health and the microbiome and how all that affects things. My son was having eczema, so I started learning, that eczema is not a skin problem, it's a gut problem. And so once you fix the gut, it fixes other things. And once you start studying the gut, forget it. You go down a rabbit hole. So you learn a lot. And that's really what started our store. I started teaching classes to moms about, how to feed their kids healthy food. And it kind of developed into a business.
I love that. And so
Yeah.
good for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And you can feel that when you go in the store if you have any questions, which I have, that there's somebody there to help.
Yeah, our staff is amazing. And they're also really passionate about it. And, they're passionate about health, but more so about our customers. I just think, I was telling you the other day, like you can't train that. You can't train people to love customer service. And so we were real careful about who we hire. And I hear that a lot. Like, you have the nicest staff.
And you do.
Oh, thank you.
You do. It shows, but it starts with you and just how you treat people and just the whole team. So
Thank
it makes
you.
such a difference.
I think in a small town, you don't have a choice. It's so important that the community knows and believes that that they're first, that you care about the customer. So if anything ever goes wrong or there's a complaint, or we care, they're not just a number or another person. And when you walk in our store, we know you.
Yeah.
And you know us. I've had employees who've been there 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years. And we've had customers who've been shopping there that long as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we know your coffee order. We know how you like your eggs. We know all those things. And that's part of the beauty of being in a small town. I'm not sure we would have made it through, because we started during the recession in '08. I don't know that we would have made it in another town, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the town has rallied around us. And I think because they know we care about them.
Yeah. And I remember where you had the trucks, and I remember you were at the old business, at the old location, but This is a beautiful location. You walk in your store and it looks spectacular.
Thank you. Well, we have the best landlord in Ramona, absolutely. And we've had amazing angel investors and people who have, we wouldn't have survived without generous people like that. Our landlords are the best. Our building is beautiful. We're super blessed to be in that location.
Yeah, it's a great match.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, we had Roy talked here before, but you sell so many local things other than the food and that, like the books. Because when I go in your store, I see so many cool things that you can't find other places.
Right. So we have a lady who makes cards, like gift cards. We have local flowers, the most gorgeous local flowers, local lavender farm, all kinds of artisans, and candles. When people bring us stuff, we really want, as long as it's a good fit for our store, we'll sell it.
And it's displayed so beautifully.
Thank you. That's my staff.
Yeah. Okay.
They're great.
And that's another thing.
I can't do it all.
That's one thing we're talking about. I know, I can't imagine how you do it. And you were saying that sometimes people come and go, oh, I haven't seen you, or I didn't see you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, well, I'm in the office,
yes,
paying bills, because that's what I do. I'm more on the finance side, and Aubrey is my store manager, and she keeps things going. I couldn't survive without her. And then we have 34 employees.
You do? Oh, I didn't realize that. That's a lot.
Three of whom are my children.
Oh, I love that.
So it is a family-owned and operated business.
And the food's so good. I don't know how you manage that, but I'm in there constantly.
It's because I eat there.
Yeah. Okay. You got it.
Yeah, we all eat there. As people laugh when they see me with the shopping cart, like, "Oh, you're shopping? Well, where else would I shop? Of
Right.
course I'm shopping.
Good point.
This is why we built the store."
Yeah. I haven't seen you with a shopping cart
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, you will.
But I do love too when you told me, you said, how many of the grocery store owners do you know when you go?
Right.
I don't know if that's
Right. Well, it's true. People go, "Oh, I don't see you all the time." I'm like, well, you don't see the manager or the owner of Albertsons either. I'm busy running the business, so I'm not always out on the floor, which I love being out on the floor, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of that again soon.
well, we love seeing you, and you're
Thank
doing
you.
such an amazing job. And
Thank you.
any future plans? Anything that I guess you've got enough on your plate, but
Yeah, just trying to get through this year.
yeah, I get that. And I love women entrepreneurs. You are just very admirable.
Thank
So,
you. We might actually be hosting the next they call it the Women's Entrepreneurial Group in Ramona.
oh,
So someone just called me this morning. Would you like to host the next one? Yes, I would,
I
because
love
I
that.
love that. I'm very supportive of. There's a lot of women-owned businesses in Ramona. A lot of the wineries are
Mhm.
women-owned, and we try to support all the local wineries and carry all the local wines if we can. So yeah, I'm a big supporter of the women-owned businesses
I
in
love that.
Ramona. Yeah.
I love that. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming and being on this show. And is there anything else you wanted to add that
I don't think so.
maybe?
Just thank you for bringing attention to our little town, because I moved there, gosh, 21 years ago from Orange County, and I don't miss it. I would never. I'm not moving back. So I'm hooked. I love Ramona. It's just
No,
the best town.
I do love Ramona. That was going to be one of my questions, but we will definitely have you back. It's just a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you.